next to Embiid. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
A list of guys as strong as Joel Embiid in this league is very short.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
Maxey in the corner. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Buzelis comes in for Patrick Williams. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Zach LaVine. And it's Mr. Clutch in for Josh Giddey. The 76ers leading by 4. And by now, we know how much it would mean to MP to win Rookie of the Year. He recognizes he's only got one shot at it.
And he's got plenty of work to do if he's going to back up his talk. Tonight, an opportunity for MP to get back on track and prove he still belongs in the conversation. Don't be surprised to see him go all out tonight.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against the Suns was superb. He scored 23 points, and he was in a rhythm from both three-point land and the foul line. He came in hot off the bench and maintained that play throughout the game. I'm sure his team wants him to do that again. Kevin?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
Well, this team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
And it's Maxey with the ball for the 76ers. They trail by 1. Looking to get it going. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Sometimes you just got to look away, man. I felt that move from Maxey.
There's the triple. Another 3 for Chicago. 9 seconds left here in the opening quarter. From deep. The shot will not fall. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. It's the Bulls as they end the first quarter with a massive. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bulls.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
Inside for him, it's Martin next to Embiid. Kelly Oubre out there with Lowry. And it's Council in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Unloads from 9. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Lowry's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Philadelphia. The Bulls shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Here's Mr. Clutch. Off target from outside. 76ers shooting 43% for the game. And while Embiid was on record praising the importance of continuity, I don't know that, Richard, the 76ers front office felt the same way.
Oh, yeah. What you say out loud versus your actions can be very, very different in this game. When you have a chance to go big game hunting, you do. The goal was to bring in some help for Embiid and Maxey, and they accomplished it.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Lowry up top. He averages about 5 points a game. Well, Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Mr. Clutch's shot is off. So for the Bulls, their last game, a win against Phoenix.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
It just seems like the defense wasn't interested. They got away with one.
Buzelis is checked in for Williams. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Embiid sets the pick for Lowry. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Pass to Mr. Clutch. Sinks the triple. Mr. Clutch has got the lead up to 3 now for the Bulls.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Outside Lowry to the paint. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, you know, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. George is checked in for Oubre, and Maxey subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Well, Chicago's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. The rebound by Yabusele.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin? Wow.
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you.
This team wants Maxey to have the ball in his hands. He is a great decision maker that gets better every year.
Hard to talk about a guy who can completely take over. Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, I love his energy. I love his focus. I love his love for the game. He is relentless. What's amazing is that there's still so much upside there, Kevin.
Oubre is checked in for Embiid. Chicago also making some changes. Williams is checked in for Buzelis. Kobe White comes in for Mr. Clutch. And Josh Giddey's subbed in for Ball. And we finished one half of basketball. 76ers lead by 13. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
Welcome, one and all. And for their matchup with the Clippers, they don't want to say it, but they are very confident coming into this one. And who can blame?
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the 76ers.
I've got to admit.
That'll do it for our show tonight.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Clutch is checked in for Chicago. Outside Williams. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. Shoots over Embiid. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Vucevic.
And I like the decision making. He's taking what the defense is willing to give him.
Yeah, if they aren't going to take away his space from mid-range, look, he's going to continue to shoot it.
So for Chicago right now, the wingmen, White and Levine. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. And it's Mr. Clutch in at the point guard position. Pass to Mr. Clutch. And that comes off the assist by Levine. Levine's got 3 assists in the game. Maxey kicks to Yabusele. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's Embiid. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Here's Mr. Clutch. Another three for Chicago.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Embiid with the screen on White. Maxey. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Bulls trail by 8. Here's Mr. Clutch. Another three for Chicago.
And all of a sudden, that three puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
And I bet he's thinking that he could close the gap completely if he can keep those threes coming.
George, no good. Chicago's gotten the three ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation. And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Good on the three-point shot. Mr. Clutch has got 12 points in just the second half.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Maxey passes to Yabusele. Back to Maxey. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Maxey's got 12 points in the game.
That is how you respond. Maxey with the 3 of his own.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Some changes for Chicago. Jalen Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Bruce Ellis comes in for Williams. And it's Dosunmu in for Zach LaVine. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Bulls trail by 7. Here's Mr. Clutch. He's got 24. Knocks down the 3 ball.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Cutting the screen. Pass to Carlson. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 5th rebound in this one.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
The 76ers leading by 4. Oubre outside. No good with the triple. Bulls shooting straight 49% from the field. And here is Dosunmu, covered by Oubre. And there's the bucket from Dosunmu.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And they double up Maxey. Oubre outside. Another miss by Philadelphia. Outside White. Good on the triple. White's got 5 points in the quarter. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
And he trains the 3, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand.
The previous play is under review.
Are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Now they're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how...
And as we conclude the 3rd quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. 76ers ahead, leading by just 2. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. Inside for him, it's Martin next to Embiid. Lowry out there with Kelly Oubre. And it's Council in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And And it's Council missing. Bulls trail by 4. Here's Mr. Clutch. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Pass to Martin. And here's Embiid. Outside for Lowry. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Launches it. And the Bulls, another 3.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Pass to Embiid. Excellent defense there from Smith.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Bangs home the trifecta. Now it's a 5-point Bulls lead.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. So, Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Smith. Williams comes in for Horton Tucker. Zach LaVine's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's White in for Lonzo Ball. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. He told his players, I need you to play smarter out there. You're in a rush right now, and that's why we're behind. Slow things down. Run our plays. Let's see if that tempo shifts at all. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. McCain's shot is off. And here are the Bulls now. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Pass to Mr. Clutch. 3-pointer. The rebound by Yabusele.
They get that one, but guys, on the night, that's been the problem, securing the ball.
Well, after the show he put on in the first half, you thought it would continue, but he's cooled off a little bit here now.
The 76ers trail by 5. This one for 3. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Shoots it. And another miss by Chicago.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
Vucevic the pass to Mr. Clutch. A 3-ball. Rebound by the 76ers. 1:49 left here in the fourth quarter. Maxey finds George. Offensive rebound. Embiid, no good. The Bulls leading by 3. Outside, White. In the corner, it's LaVine. Cranes the 3-pointer.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from 3-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
Here's Embiid. It's all in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got 8 rebounds in this game. White against Maxey. Here's Mr. Clutch. Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game.
And he's tied Curry's mark from 2016, which was the top spot for threes in a game for a short while. It's been that kind of takeover display that we've seen here tonight.
To the left wing. There's the 3. Good! Another from 3.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing.
And all those great shooting performances from Klay Thompson, well, this night belongs right there with him.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And it's the 76ers with the ball. 9-point game.
Even though he's undersized, he's making an impact on the glass, looking fearless right now.
Shoots, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Embiid against Vucevic. Embiid, no good. And the Bulls with possession. They're on a 20-5 run here. Al Levine. From the arc. Tyrese Maxey grabs the miss. And so it's Chicago winning this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And
watching hoops for 30 years. Never seen anything like that.
Solid effort tonight on both ends.
I've talked to people with knowledge of the situation, and they say that MP will be inserted into the starting lineup over the next few games. One front office executive from around the league said there is some doubt about MP's readiness to be in the starting lineup, but around the team, the front office, the coaching staff, they are optimistic, and they believe that every milestone has been attained by MP, and he will only be better with an expanded role.
Yo, MP went for 40 tonight, man. Congratulations, my brother. Great game.
With the ankle breaker takeover.
When I'm out here playing, I feel like a lot of players use like PG. I do see Duncan a lot. What are some of the cards you see the community run with?
So how you feeling about your recent play?
Not gonna lie, Coach, I feel pretty good.
So do we, which is why we think you're ready to run with the starters.
Coach, you playing with me?
Oh, my gosh, that's great. I've been looking forward to this opportunity.
Now, remember when I told you this is a big boy league, MP?
Mm-hmm.
When the coaches make a move like this, it puts us in the crosshairs. It puts Cliff in the crosshairs, too, because the buck stops with the general manager.
Well, like you said, it's a grown man's league, and if you can't handle that pressure, then you ain't gonna make it that far.
Glad we are understood.
Loud and clear, Coach.
It's time to prove you belong, MP. Good luck.
What's up, everybody? I see MP's made his way into the starting lineup. That's good for him, his team, the fans, everybody. What's up, everybody? I see MP's made his way into the starting lineup. That's good for him, his team, the fans, everybody.
Ain't ready, MP.
Standing 6'2", number 66, Change, number 66.
Tonight, the league and all of us here at 2K Sports celebrate Noche Latina, an opportunity to spotlight the amazing Latin culture. For a handful of teams at this point of the year, Doris, the future is now as they fall out of the playoff race.
But, Brian, there is a dilemma to be worked out in these cases, and here's what I mean by that. Your team is now out of contention, but veterans, generally speaking, don't believe that, and they want to be competitive and win basketball games. In the meantime, the organization, from a broad perspective, is thinking, we've got to start to play the young guys so that they can gain some much-needed experience in big games. Tough situation.
Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Cameron Johnson. Then it's Cam Thomas. And it's Milton in at the point guard position. Fires from the wing. Unable to get that one. Milton against Williams. Outside Milton. Hits a three-pointer.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
First quarter of play, a minute in. Vucevic, the pass to Mr. Clutch. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. And the big news for this team, Grant, MP stepping into the starting lineup. Quite the shakeup.
Yeah, the work that MP has put in, the way he's performed in the minutes he's had, you had to see this coming. He's earned the chance to start, but this shouldn't be viewed as a permanent change.
Doris, it's interesting, but the Nets franchise has never won an NBA championship.
That's absolutely correct, because their titles came before the merger. Now, since they've joined this league, they did go to the finals for a couple of times, had Jason Kidd, who was the driver of success, but no championship in this modern era.
Baseline jumper. Thomas misses.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Pass to Mr. Clutch. Fires the three. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Looking to win the run. And the layup good by Milton. Milton's got his second bucket on the night. The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Here's Mr. Clutch. It's wide right, hits off the rim. Brooklyn has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Johnson passes to Milton. Drops in the layup for 2. Milton's got 7 points. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Williams. Here's Mr. Clutch from downtown, and that bucket makes him 4 for 7 today. Good production. The Nets have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Milton finds Grant. Up again, and it's cleared by Vucevic. And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
I don't think this timeout is just to give the guys a breather. Coach is looking to switch things up.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Smith, he's checked in for Chicago. DeSumo comes in for Williams. And a change for the Nets. Finney-Smith checked in for Graham. Chicago leading. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Fires from deep. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Milton passes to Finney-Smith. Here's Thomas. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Kobe White picks one up.
Boy, when you talk about rhythm scorer, the first guy or one of the first guys to come to mind is Cam Thomas. Very difficult to slow him down when he gets on a heater.
Sharp, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Melton comes in for Milton. Good on the second one. Well, if you don't overthink it, what Cam Thomas does on offense is very impressive at his age, Doris.
I think, B.A., what you love about Cam Thomas is he is fearless. He doesn't concern himself with efficiency. His mindset is, I'm going to score, and if I've missed the last 10, it doesn't matter. This next one's going in.
6 on the shot clock. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Smith no good. Nets trail by 4. It's Johnson with a drive. Smith with the rebound.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
White. The shot, no good. Thomas with the defensive effort. Brooklyn has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Johnson passes to Melton. Hands it from the wing.
Well, you won't see that kind of shot fall very often. Thank your lucky stars.
Outside White. Smith with a screen on Thomas. White for 3. The Bulls with another miss.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And it's Thomas off the drive. Finney-Smith passes to Thomas. Shoots. Melton misses. Melton against Giddey. Pass to White. Back to Giddey. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Chicago shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Team foul. At the line for the Bulls, Josh Giddey. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Giddey. Both teams deciding to change it up. Both free throws good from Giddey. Fires away from way outside. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Chicago ahead, up 4. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Nets. They've got Williams. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's DeAnthony Melton, and it's Wilson in at the 3 slot. Three-pointer off the mark. Bulls leading by 4. Giddey with it. 8 points in his last time out. Williams grabs the board. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Oh, from deep. Brooklyn, no good that time either. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
Jalen Smith taking flight. Get up, young fella.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Wilson. They get the rebound. Puts up a 3. Nice shot by Finney-Smith.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Ball outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Nets trail by 3.
You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the alpha or the second option or even a role player. But whatever it is, he's always willing to do whatever it takes to help the team. He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
All right, a good chance to get an update on Nikola Vucevic's injury. Let's go to Allie LaForce.
I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for the Bulls. The initial reports are saying that this is a serious injury and that he'll likely miss significant playing time. It's a blow to a team that was hoping to be healthy coming down the stretch. It looks like their depth will be tested now.
All right, Allie, thank you. Sadly, that's not the news fans were hoping for, guys.
Definitely not. Seems like he's got a long, tough road ahead of him.
And our hearts go out to him. The guy works so hard. His teammates love him. Coaches love him. He's going to be missed.
Now here's Giddey. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Nets trail by 3. Williams with it. And it's Giddey picking him up. Melton passes to Graham. And there's the screen. Here's the 3. Again, the miss by Graham.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
The Bulls with another miss. Brooklyn's gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. Wilson. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there. Bulls leading by 3. Here's Ball. Yep, that one goes.
And we have seen Ball add some muscle over the years so that he can power through that contact.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
They came away with an easy win last time, due in large part to their work on the glass.
I think there was no question they brought a level of physicality along with a tremendous work ethic, and it was why they were successful.
So the Nets making a switch here. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Finney-Smith. Johnson comes in for Wilson. Thomas, he's checked in for Williams. And Milton subbed in for Melton.
Oh, tremendous pass from Cam Johnson there. Nice work.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against the Magic played really well. He dropped in 16 points and he helped stretch things out with a few three-point buckets. He gives them a real weapon coming off the bench. We'll see if he can match that effort tonight. Guys.
That's good stuff, Allie. He really made his presence felt in that one, doing some heavy lifting.
And I think he'll try and repeat that performance tonight.
Well, I think they're going to need it. This team looks completely different when he's raised his game.
Mr. Clutch can't hit. Nets trail by 3. Inside. He goes up again. Outside for Grant. Three-pointer. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's White. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
White against Thomas. Rebound by the Bulls. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing their last matchup with Orlando.
It's never easy to win games when you're missing free throws. They had to be better.
You know this. Nothing gets a crowd.
The previous play is under the heat.
That's one of the worst things you can do on the road.
And hold up. We're not going to halftime just yet. The officials signaling that they are going to take a look at this replay.
Yeah, they're going to review that shot to make sure he got it off in time, but I think it's going to count.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And after reviewing the play, it looks like they're overturning the call here. That basket is good.
It would have been a real shame if those points didn't count. I'm so glad the officials were able to take a second look and make the right call.
And we finished off one half of play. It's the Bulls. They lead by 8. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games. Look, I know this is going off topic, but during the first half, we were doing some dribbling drills. So, Kenny, as the point guard here, I want you to rank our handles.
Okay, obviously first is me. Second, I'll get that to you, Ernie. Third, I'll go with our IT guy. He really surprised me. Then you, Shaq.
There's no way I'm at.
And looking back on that first half, it certainly hasn't gone as planned for the Brooklyn Nets.
This has been a struggle for them, to say the least. They're completely discombobulated.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Well, let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Chicago leading by 8. White and Levine are out on the wings. Williams and Vucevic are inside. And it's Mr. Clutch in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Chicago foul. Number 66. First personal foul. First team foul.
Milton finds Thomas. Now Claxton. Grant outside. Just 5 on the clock. Lots of room. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Well, the jump shot's starting to come along for Jeremy Grant. He's got to continue to work this aspect of his game.
Pass to Mr. Clutch. The 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Claxton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's Thomas on the wing. An important scorer for this team, averaging around 25.5 a game. Chicago with a rebound. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the paint. Grant with a steal. And here's Thomas. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Milton for 3. Oh, he drains it. His 6th make in 9 tries so far.
I love that Cam Johnson is looking for the best shot available. What a pretty pass.
Here's White. That one's good for 2. White's got his 2nd basket.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Grant outside. Back to Milton. Pass to Johnson. Now Milton. To the middle. Here's Thomas. It's hauled in by White.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Nets. Grant, the pass to Johnson. Grant outside to the inside. And Thomas gets it to go on the assist from Grant. Thomas has gotten his 2nd bucket on the night.
That's agility and touch. Cam Thomas gets that to fall inside.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in.
Here's Milton. 14 points for him. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Kobe White picks one up. But you look at Cam Thomas, Grant. Do you think he has the potential to be a star in this league?
Well, you know, it's tough to say, B.A. He has a lot of talent, especially as a scorer. I think he has to keep evolving other parts of his game if he wants to become a full-fledged star.
Melton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And both free throws good for Thomas. Bulls leading by 6. Williams on the wing. Melton against Giddey. Takes a 3. And it's Thomas with the rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 from the field in this 3rd quarter. 1:51 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Chicago grabs the miss.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
White, good.
Just finding the open man and making sure it's on time and on target. This is who Josh Giddey is.
Melton passes to Thomas. On the wing, Grant. Melton with the ball for 3. And the Nets miss again. Outside White. Down low. Here's Giddey. Good D by Melton. Nets trail by 8. Grant outside. Pass to Johnson. And 1:01 left in the 3rd quarter. The Nets need to get off a shot here. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Well, this is something Grant does very well. Slams it home when he's got space.
Now Vucevic. To the paint. Here's White. That's in there. Vucevic with the assist. White's got 8.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Now Melton. Looking at his production. Close to 12 points a game. Johnson passes to Claxton. 6 to shoot. Spins. Here's Thomas. Scores off the spin. 9 points in the game.
I'm not sure how we define a difficult finish for Cam Thomas. This guy finds a way through contact.
Vucevic, a screen on Melton. Pass to White. Fires for 3. And that's not going to go. And so it's the Chicago Bulls leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. Back to the game after this break. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. On the floor for Brooklyn, they've got Dorian Finney-Smith. Williams is out there with DeAnthony Melton. Then there's Sharp, and it's Wilson in at the small forward position. Sharp, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Outside, Williams. Melton on the wing, pounded by Ball. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Sharp. Bulls leading by 4. Ball outside. Craig with a screen on Melton. There's Ball with a 3. Finney-Smith pulls it in. Finney-Smith's got 4 rebounds in the game.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Craig comes with a double. Here's Wilson. Back to Finney-Smith. 3-pointer. And he can't get that one. Dosunmu with it. Guarded now by Williams. Craig with a screen on Williams. Left side, Giddey. Over Williams. Second chance shot. And it's Giddey missing.
It's a...
Defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. So Chicago ends up going with a new group. Two minutes gone by here in the fourth. Fires it. A nice shot by Mr. Clutch. Mr. Clutch has got 26.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Now here's Milton. Defense is right there. And the Nets miss again.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Levine passes to Mr. Clutch. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine. Levine's got 5 assists in the game. Nets trail by 6. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Thomas, that's good.
Unshakable individual confidence. That is Cam Thomas. Big-time bucket.
Here's Mr. Clutch. No good on the triple. The Nets have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. Thomas drives in. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. Here's Mr. Clutch. Hits the trifecta. Mr. Clutch has got 8 points here in the quarter.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Williams with it. Picked up by Grant. And that one's good. And the Bulls lead by 9.
It all happened in an instant. Turning defense into offense. Love it.
Well, just terrific anticipation to force the turnover and ignite the break.
Thomas misses. Chicago has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Here's Mr. Clutch. Another 3 for Chicago.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight. Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
Mr. Clutch passes to Levine. 1:10 left in the fourth. Here's Mr. Clutch. And a miss there on the triple.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Thomas passes to Milton. Takes the 3. Doesn't go for him. Chicago has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Bulls.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Graham. Competitive game, they battled through every step of the way.
And BA, can you say big time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well deserving of this win.
And tonight's win will give them an even 40 on the year.
They were well prepared coming in and showed a real competitive streak.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night from Mr. Clutch.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood. Wins pay the bills, baby.
I told you. Once you make the starting lineup, we're in the endorsement game now.
Yeah.
And look where we at.
Does that mean that you finally got me a shoe deal?
What? Come on, man. I ain't just get you one shoe deal. I got you 6.
Yeah, stop playing. What you mean?
All these people right here want to sign you. Okay? And they're more than happy to come to terms with us. All you got to do is tell me which one you want to go with, and we golden.
Bro.
We gotta go, but great choice.
Yo, I cannot believe I'm getting paid to wear sneakers, man. This is the kind of thing that we dreamed about back in Plainview, man.
And this is just the start, okay? Look at the names on the spreadsheet. These are all the companies you can work with if you keep going the way you're going.
Yo, I appreciate all this, man. You putting in work, bro.
Come on, man. That's what you pay me for. This ain't no charity. I'm here to help you maximize your brand. Nothing left on the table.
Hey, respect, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
this
no
is
doubt.
major, man.
No doubt.
All right.
Looking good, my guy. Fans live for games like this one.
At home, the Rockets don't hold anything back, whether it comes to their close or their effort on the floor. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA. And we know the second night, Greg, of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize these, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And if you have a long bench, this is when you lean into it.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. The wingmen, White and Levine. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. And it's Mr. Clutch in at the point. 6 on the shot clock. Green passes to Şengün. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
This speaks to how assertive Şengün can be. Love when he makes quick decisions like that there.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Green. Down low. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Outside Williams. Out to White. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Hits it from three-point range.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time.
Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time. Boy, Levine's playmaking understated. He can do it when he wants to, though.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And here's Green outside. That one's in. His first shot this game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen.
And again for three.
Well, we expected him to come in firing. It's just another three-point barrage.
What a phenomenal run it's been for him. Nearing 5th on the list of most triples in a season. No one near Smith as he lets it go. No good on the three.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Drops in the tray.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Here's Green. 23 points his last outing. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. He can't hit that time. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against the Nets put on a show. He came away with 41 points, and as you may have guessed with him, a lot of those were on the 3-ball. He ended up with a stat line he's no doubt proud of, and I'm sure he wants to replicate it again. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, or might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Clark, famously, Fred VanVleet was undrafted. Why do you think he was overlooked?
Wow, I tell you, I think size. But, man, when you look at his intangibles, it's hard to not be impressed with what Fred VanVleet has done. He is an incredible basketball player. Smart, tough, skilled, relentless. He's had a great career as an undrafted player.
Mr. Clutch's shot is off. And so VanVleet will bring it up for the Rockets. They trail by 3. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
And it really was the turnovers that fueled the blowout. I mean, a lot of questionable, poor decisions by them with the ball. And when that happens, you can get blasted.
Throws up. And the jam by White.
And right there, you see the quickness of White. In a blur, he picks the ball up and turns it into points.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. For Houston, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. VanVleet can't get it to go.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Mr. Clutch, that 3 off the mark. Rockets trail by 5. Now Brooks taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. There's Mr. Clutch. And the shot falls short this time. And that does it for the first quarter. It's Chicago. They lead by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Chicago.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Dosunmu is out there with Patrick Williams. Then it's Ball. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Smith in at the 5 down low.
Defense on top of Şengün inside, but he uses his agility to overcome it.
Ball kicks to Giddey. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Giddey's got the lead back up to 7 now for Chicago. And for Houston, they're shooting 43% from the floor. Şengün with the screen for Thompson. Nice move.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Checked in for Aaron Holiday. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Giddey with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. He's off on that one. And Clark watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
On the wing, Giddey. And the Bulls with another miss. Nuggets trail by 3. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Şengün passes to Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. Şengün with a screen on Giddey. Thompson misses.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Here's Dosunmu. And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Outside Ball. Now here's Dosunmu, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The league is attempting, Clark, to minimize flopping. Do you like the technical foul assessment for just that act?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because that way you can get it out of the game. These guys are as big, as strong as any athletes in the world. They shouldn't be falling down as much as they do trying to draw fouls.
That one is off.
That's a spot of the floor Giddey wants to improve. It certainly puts in the work there to get better.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Jabari Smith, he's jacked in for Şengün. Dylan Brooks comes in for Cam Whitmore. Jalen Green's checked in for Amen Thompson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Shepherd. Here's Green. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. Pass to Eason. Back to Green. Shoots over White. The Rockets with another miss.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Levine kicks to Giddey. The 3. Eason grabs the board. Rockets trail by 6. Outside. Clutch is checked in for the Bulls. And Houston calls their first time out of the game. Here's Van Vliet. Still yet to score. Fires from deep. No good there. The Bulls leading by 6. Here's Mr. Clutch. And that comes off the assist by Levine.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the first one drops. Greg, what's the key thing Fred VanVleet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
You got to love VanVleet's fearlessness, and I think that's why his teammates look up to him as a leader.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
And so Green will bring it up for Houston. It's a 10-point game. To the middle, here's VanVleet. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. VanVleet's got 4 this quarter. Here's Mr. Clutch. No good from outside. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Green, the pass to VanVleet. Jacks up a 3. Another miss. The drop continues. Now just 1 for 9 from the floor. Here's Mr. Clutch. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
There's Green with the 3. A shot, no good. And so it's Chicago with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back to the action in just a minute.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race. Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, man, it's a hot dog. Cheese, it's right there in the name.
Well, it's got meat, correct?
Right.
It has bread.
Right.
Isn't that what it takes to make a sandwich?
Stuff between bread?
That's not how it works. Every summer they have a hot dog eating contest, not a sandwich eating contest. They're different.
Changing focus now to the tough first half for the Rockets.
They're getting cooked from long distance. Defensively, they have to do a better job of closing out.
Yeah, especially these days. It's not enough to protect the paint. Got to patrol the ARC as well.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. And it's VanVleet into the point guard. It's the 5 for Houston right now. Here's Mr. Clutch. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Mr. Clutch has got the lead up to 10 now for the Bulls. Now, you may have heard MP just signed his first shoe deal. Certainly a big moment for him.
And clearly, something about Under Armour impressed MP. It's not surprising at all that the two of them came to this type of an agreement. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Şengün trying to free himself up. Count that one. Van Vliet's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense.
Connects again from distance.
Night in and night out, you can count on him to stretch the defense and just open up the floor.
Would you believe he's now tied for 5th most triples in a single season? It's amazing. And here is Şengün. He's got 10, and the wide open shot from Green. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, it feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. Had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time. Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, D.A., thanks.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Clark, looking at the growth and skill set of Şengün, he could be special.
I agree 100%, partner. He's got an instinct for the game that you just can't teach. The passing, the ball fakes, the pace at which he plays, it's all there. Feels like he could have the same kind of development trajectory as Jokic. We'll see.
Into the lane. Rebound by the Bulls.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mr. Clutch. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Houston. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for the Bulls. Josh Giddey comes in for Mr. Clutch. Rockets trail by 11. Van Vliet outside. Up top, Şengün. Clock at 6. Thompson in the corner. And it's Thompson with the jam.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
In the 3rd quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Williams. Thompson with the rebound. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Smith the pass to Green. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Green's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Green lethal off the catch. Good rhythm on that play.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. For the Rockets, Love check in for Şengün. Tari Eason comes in for Smith. And it's Whitmore in for Fred Van Vliet. Chicago also making some changes. Smith comes in for Vucevic. And Buzelis subbed in for Williams. Here's Giddey. Rockets with the rebound.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front. My goodness. And then Thompson making a statement at the hoop.
Giddey finds White. Smith sets the pick for White. And off the left side of the rim, and it's swirling. In for him. White's got his 3rd basket of the night. Now Thompson. He's got 6. Here's Whitmore. Misses the 3. The Bulls leading by 6. White the pass to Giddey. from past the arc. Cans it from downtown. Giddey's got 8 points. And so it's the Chicago Bulls in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 9 points. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. All out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Bruce Ellis. Then it's Dosunmu. And it's Smith in at the center position. Pass the ball. Smith outside. Here's the three. And no good that time. And for Houston, they're shooting about 42% so far. Thompson with the bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Chicago leading by 5. Here's Giddey. Dosunmu with it. Shot clock at 6. Smith outside for the three. The rebound by Holiday. And the Rockets with possession here. So for the Rockets, Brooks checked in for Whitmore. Jalen Green comes in for Amen Thompson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday. Brooks the pass to VanVleet from outside the arc. That one no good. Chicago's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And the Bulls with another miss.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
And the stroke of VanVleet is so nice, proving once again why he's so valuable to this team.
Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Mr. Clutch has got 10 points in just the second half. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they got it on autopilot and they look totally dejected.
Smith checked in for Houston. Here's Levine. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Latrey gets the three-pointer to fall. Levine's got the lead up to 13 now for the Bulls.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Here's Mr. Clutch. No good on the triple. Houston now, time running out. In the corner, it's VanVleet. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 5 assists tonight. Chicago's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. And he makes that one. And the Bulls lead by 12.
And love the commitment from White. Took the bump, went up strong, and rewarded with 2 points.
To the inside. And Şengün throws it down.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Chicago leading by 10. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Shoots. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Jalen Green has some serious hop. Yes, he does.
Bulls have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Here's Mr. Clutch. Gets the 14-footer to fall. And that's 31 points for Mr. Clutch.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Timeout called. Rockets. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, guys. Well, during the break, I was able to catch the message Houston's coach gave to his team. Coach told his guys, lock in. This is it. Leave everything out on the floor. A simple message down the stretch. We'll see if it resonates. Guys?
Thanks, David. Here's Green going inside. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Bulls.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
That's a nice feeling to get the sweep, even though it is a small number. Still nice to get that sweep.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and again for 3.
Now claiming the mark for hitting the 5th most threes in a season. Wow.
A tremendous feat. It's incredible how he can control the game from the perimeter. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Van Vliet wide open. And just miss after miss right now. Here's Mr. Clutch. And it's off from 3-point range. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.
Great win tonight, MP.
What's up, baby?
No excuses tonight, because I know you didn't go out last night. These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
The National Basketball Association and the Utah Jazz are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, entering the court, or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in any such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena.
And inside the locker room, everyone trying to lock in. We hope this St. Paddy's Day is bringing everyone out there good luck so far. We're dialing up some NBA action. Well, this last stretch of the season could be the final NBA games for some of the aging stars in the league. Grant, when did you know it was time?
Well, you know, B.A., I made it 19 years in the league, and at 40 years old, I was kind of happy to be done. But I hope that all the guys retiring this year have the same closure I had.
In the back half of the season, rookies are being scrutinized as award season approaches. MP is set. His sights are set on winning Rookie of the Year.
Well, we've been closely following MP's mission to become Rookie of the Year. And while some would argue that he hasn't done enough to attain that goal, you can't write him off just yet. A big effort tonight could be all that's needed to sway the critics. Is it likely? No. Is it possible? Just maybe.
And the starting group for Chicago. Williams and Vucevic are inside. White and Levine are out on the wings. And it's Mr. Clutch in it to one spot. And George with the jam.
Wow. Keontae George flashing those handles. Nasty stuff.
The 16th pick in last year's draft. Keontae George was thrown right into the fire his rookie season, Stan.
Yeah, down the stretch, he was basically handed the keys to the offense at the point guard position. He may take some lumps, but his talent level is evident.
I mean, I think that was their first miss of the game. They've been just rolling.
Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Hendricks. The Jazz have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. To the inside. And he dunks it down.
Showing great vision in delivering the pass out in front.
Pass to Mr. Clutch. Lets it go from deep. And it's good. Credit Levine with the assist. Mr. Clutch has got 9 points. For Utah, they've gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. Here's Sexton. And it's Utah scoring again.
Some very clever ball handling from Sexton, getting himself some room to work with.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Utah's head coach. Zach LaVine's name came up, and I asked how he plans to deal with him. And coach said, quote, "What's scary about LaVine is how many ways that he can score. So there's no easy answer except for high-effort defense, and that's exactly what we're going to do." So the defense is trying to outwork LaVine tonight. We'll see how that goes, guys.
And Allie, thanks. Chicago has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
Yeah, you can see White's confidence continue to grow on shots like these. Just sticking it to the defense.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Hendricks. And a change for the Bulls. Asumu's checked in. And that one misses. Maybe the results haven't been there in recent seasons, but the Jazz have an exciting young core, Coach.
Yeah, they do, B.A. They've focused on youth, and some of those guys are developing into very good players. If this core stays in place and gels and they can add to it a little bit, watch out for this Jazz team.
Here's George, and the jam by George.
Yes, sir. George with the flush.
The Bulls have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Mr. Clutch can't hit. For Utah, they've gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. Sexton passes to Markkanen. Off target from outside.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Fires the three. A nice shot by Mr. Clutch. Mr. Clutch has got 14.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
For 3, George. Chicago with a rebound. This game following their win against the Rockets.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end. But that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
Bulls leading by 3. To the middle. Here's Levine. And the dunk by Levine.
Well, not only does this show off Levine's skills, it's also a great morale boost for your team.
Markkanen outside. Back to George. Lets the three fly. He buries it from 3. 9 points in the game.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The Bulls have got 8 of 13 attempts to go. He drops it from range. Mr. Clutch has got 20 points.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Unloads. The open J off the mark.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And so it's Chicago, leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter.
Up on them.
On offense, here's Utah. They're on a 13-5 run. Well, if you went into the lab and created the perfect wing, it might be Desmond Bane, coach.
Well, Brian, this guy's so strong. He can guard bigger guys, and his three-point numbers are crazy. Desmond Bane well over a 40% three-point shooter for his career.
On the court for Chicago. White and Levine are out on the wing. Jalen Smith is out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Mr. Clutch in it to 1. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against the Rockets really lit up the floor. He had 36 points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. He had more than his fair share of ink on the scoreboard. I'm sure he wants to repeat that tonight, too, guys.
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Pass to George. 1:10 left to play in the first half. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Mr. Clutch laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Mr. Clutch has got 22 points.
Yeah, that's a great find by White. He's such a clever and deceptive combo guard.
George, no good. Chicago leading. Pass to Vucevic with his first shot attempt. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Levine. Levine's got his 3rd assist of the night. And here's George. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. George has got 13.
And he's a crafty scorer for a young player. George is always going to find the gaps in the defense. I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot. Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
A nice shot by Mr. Clutch. He's got 25.
Well, when Levine looks to pass, it makes him so much more valuable.
Here's Bane. Oh, it's blocked by Levine. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Bulls. They're up by 5. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And for their matchup with the Clippers, they'll be facing a team that's had a little better year. But this game is winnable if they bring the energy.
Oh, they're going to need more than energy, Kenny.
Turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the Bulls.
Their offense is flowing.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
George and Sexton in the backcourt. Then it's Walker Kessler. Then it's Desmond Bane. And it's Hendricks in at the 4. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. The offensive rebound. White, the pass to Levine. Here's Mr. Clutch. Off target from three-point range.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Inside, here's Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
Well, what I love about Walker Kessler, he's a 7-footer who plays like a 7-footer.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Drains the triple. Mr. Clutch has got 28.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
To the paint. Here's George. And the jam by George.
Yeah, George has been just merciless on offense. He's not holding back at all.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Off target with the 3.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
And remember, despite a great start to his career, Colin Sexton was traded after his 4th year, Coach.
Yeah, well, Brian, seems like everybody gets traded at some point now, and Sexton has responded well to that deal. He understands it's not personal, it's a business. He deserves a lot of credit for what he's done.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, too. The team that traded you, there's also a team that wanted you in trade.
So true.
Timeout called, the Jazz. Here in March, things are heating up. Let's check out the teams in the West. Taking a look at Utah, their season's basically over, barring some sort of miracle. Bane, the pass to Sexton. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. That one's good from Bane on the assist by Sexton.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Mr. Clutch tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Jazz trail by 3. Now here's Sexton. They grab their own miss from deep. Bane. No luck on that one.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Pass to Hendricks. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Bane, no good. Chicago leading by 4. Mr. Clutch passes to Vucevic. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Vucevic has got his second bucket of the night.
Vucevic is a very efficient mid-range shooter and has been for most of his career.
A different look for Utah. Markkanen comes in for Bane, and Clarkson subbed in for Sexton.
Substitution on the court.
And there's 1:45 left in the third quarter. Pass to Kessler. Clarkson outside. Soft touch off the glass. Clarkson's got 6.
You got to bring more fire than that to stop Clarkson. He's a pro at fending off tight defense.
Here's White. The Sunmu for 3. Clarkson grabs a miss. Jazz trail by 4. Markkanen for 3. No good there. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Looking ahead to their next one. Playing at Phoenix. They'll match up against the Suns. It'll be game 3 of 6 on their current trip. Here's George. Again, Utah.
George is a creative shot maker. That time with a little stop and pop.
Giddey passes to Williams. Dosunmu outside. Now here's Vucevic. He's covered by Kessler. Pass to Giddey. It's rebounded by George. The Jazz have gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Here's Clarkson. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Dosunmu with it. Deflected.
Well, there's Markkanen putting his 7-foot frame to use with the block.
So both teams making some changes here. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Clarkson with the ball. Anderson with a screen on ball. Clarkson for three. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for the Bulls, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got ball. Dosunmu is out there with Torrey Craig. And it's Josh Giddey. And it's Smith in at the center, locking down the middle. Dosunmu can't hit.
Well,
Utah ends up going with a new group. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. For three, Sexton. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. And the Jazz lead by 2.
Well, there's the sleight of hand by Sexton. Launching quickly.
Here's Mr. Clutch. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. Mr. Clutch has got 33 points.
I didn't see that coming. He sinks a pretty dicey shot.
Kessler passes to George. From outside, off the mark. Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Outside Bane. The 3 ball. And it's Chicago with a board. Williams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. White looking it over. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Launches it. The rebound by the Jazz.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Sexton. It's hauled in by White. Chicago leading by 3. Lets it fly. Mr. Clutch can't hit.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Looking to get back on track. And there's Bane. That one's good. The assist by Sexton. Sexton's got his 3rd assist of the night. Outside Levine. Vucevic, a screen on Bane. This one for 3. Connects again from distance.
I mean, his flame throwing continues. He's having a season for the ages.
And he's approaching the 4th most three-point makes in a season. The floater. And rebounded by Zach LaVine. Chicago has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th. Here's Mr. Clutch. No good from outside. Jazz trail by 4. Pass to Sexton. And here's Bane. George outside. He shoots it. It's hauled in by White. The Bulls shooting 33%. This hasn't been their quarter. Mr. Clutch. And it's all from three-point range. And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. Shoots over White. Utah with another miss. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. The shot from the low post is good. And the Bulls lead by 6.
Well, he's the guy they want with the ball when it matters. White takes pride in that.
Timeout, Jazz. Against White.
Well, these coaches can't be happy they fouled Sexton. He's a good foul shooter.
He drops the first one, and that brings him within 5.
Collin Sexton.
All right, both free throws good from Sexton.
Those are big free throws. Now they need some defensive stops.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Chicago with the ball, and they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And no luck at the stripe this time. Second one won't fall. Absolutely no room for error.
Everything has to almost fall perfectly for them to pull this out.
Count that bucket.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
The Bulls with another miss. Timeout, Jazz. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
During that break, the coach of the Jazz had some words for his team. He told them, this is the passion I want us to play with every night. Now, my question is, how are we going to finish? Are we going to be passive, or are we going to take what's ours? Guys, back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. George outside. Sexton passes to George. Off target from downtown. And that's an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. So it's the Bulls taking the W in a close one. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow.
You have been playing well as a starter.
Yeah, and we are confident it is the right move for the long-term health of the team.
But? Not everyone is as thrilled as we are with the new lineup.
I'm sure you can figure out who he's talking about.
I mean, if I were him, I'd be unhappy too, but like you said, there's no place for hurt feelings, and this is a grown man's league.
Yes, of course. But we would like you to make a special effort to get him more involved in the offense when you're on the floor with him.
We've talked a lot about using your gravity to get everyone involved. We just want to make sure that he's one of those people.
Look, I'm not trying to give you guys a hard time, but I don't understand what the problem is. We're winning games.
Okay,
Isn't that what's most important?
We're winning games now, in the regular season. But we're going to need him down.
All right, look. I'll give him my best shot, but he has to hold up his end of the bargain. I can't put the ball in the basket. Jake, what's up, man?
What's up, MP? Man, pleasure to meet you.
Man, same here. When my manager told me that you wanted to connect, I was all about it. Did he give you a tour?
No, but he looked like he was pretty busy.
Oh, man, that wasn't very neighborly of him.
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
I see
you
what
saw
did.
that.
Yeah.
Hey, so you want a tour now, though?
You know, a tour would be cool, but I was thinking maybe we could hoop.
Oh, yeah, I did hear that you were pretty good. Okay.
Listen, I'm not joining the league anytime soon, but I can hold my own and pick up.
Okay, Jake, I see you, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, you want to get one in? Look, I was thinking we could run twos, and if I play with one of
For you, Jake, anything, man. Let's do it.
Hey, you really are a good neighbor.
Let's see if you still feel the same way when we're done. I know you're an old pro at the insurance. Not one of my better games.
Oh, hey, we all have our off days. Man, don't sweat it.
All right, you got me that game. Let's run it back, though.
Okay, let's get to it.
Not one of my better games.
Oh, hey, we all have our off days. Man, don't sweat.
Yo, MP, how did meeting go today?
Yo, it was okay. They said that they want me to try to keep the peace.
Keep the peace?
Yeah.
Like how?
They said that they need everyone to win championships, so I should try to create more open looks.
Open looks? For the guy who can't adjust to his new role on the team and who's running around blaming everybody but himself.
Yeah, I guess they worried about losing him in the offseason, man.
No, losing him. They should be worried about losing you, man.
Why? I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, but you can't let them know that. Come on, you think they need him to win championships?
Honestly, I don't know. Defenses, they get tough in the playoffs, man, but I know that I can deliver in the crunch time.
Exactly. Okay, that's why you need to focus on you, okay? Whether he comes along or not, that's up to him.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, P, but I'm trying to bring championships to this city.
Duh, that's why they got you, man. They don't need him. Look, is this guy Scotty? Because I don't see him on any GOAT lists. Look, your job is to be a star, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So just go be a star. All right, their job is...
Look, I hear what you're saying, P, but it's not that simple, man.
Look, man, I'm just here to give you advice.
You good, MP? Facing one of the heavyweights tonight. There he is, man. Mythical legend. MP about to put on a show in the desert. Show them how you shine. Ladies and gentlemen, making his first public appearance since being named.
I mean, Jalen and Russ, you guys know this. Nothing about being a professional athlete is easy. Everyone in this league is elite. You know, I just control what I can control, keep my nose to the grindstone, and trust the work.
You hear that, Russ?
My boy is smooth.
So smooth.
Yeah, smooth off the court as he is on.
Oh, that's how MP gets you. Says all the right...
Well, here we are, playoffs. At the beginning of this season, a lot of people thought we'd be lucky to win a series or two. Shoot, a lot of people thought we should be happy to be here. But I'm not a lot of people. I'm the guy who pushes you to be the best you can possibly be, and I will tell you right now, the best you can be is champions.
Let's go. Let's go.
I've been around this league a long time. Are the hardest working group of guys I have ever coached. You're also the most talented group of guys I've ever coached. And when you have that combination, I'm telling you, your wildest dreams can come true. You just need to trust each other and fight for every possession like your life depends on it. It's not going to be easy. It never...
We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you are having an issue at any time that needs